So Adam,
So Thomas,
what's happening this week? Like next weekend, man?
yeah, next weekend. So a week from today, Saturday, March 19th, I'm going to be playing a gig at Einstein's on College Street in Toronto, and that's going to be in support of Mill Street Lights Out. Mill Street, great company to be working with, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be playing 2 sets. The first one starts at 8:30, and then going to be going till 9 p.m. We'll be taking a 10-minute break, and then I've got another 20-minute set from 9:10 to 9:30.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really stoked, man. It's going to be a bit of a longer set. It's going to be giving me some, a bit more of an open opportunity to share some new material, things I haven't really done yet.
Cool.
And kind of experiment a little bit as well. Yeah. Plus, like, I've been playing some bigger stages recently, so like playing a bit of a smaller stage like this is nice because I can experiment a little bit more. And
you've really hit the big leagues recently. So
I wouldn't say that just yet, but I think there are kind of some things brewing that are giving me some hope, so it's cool.
Yeah, man.
I'm at a good place right now with my career, I think, and I'm really excited to be moving forward and working with a company like Mill Street, for example. That's the thing I'm really loving right now about the music scene in Toronto, is that a lot of beer companies and alcohol companies are coming forward and really starting to put themselves out there to help musicians get onto bigger stages, and Mill Street is doing that right now. It's great. There have been a lot of really good beer companies that are stepping forward. I know back in the summer I did a gig at the Hideout with Creemore Springs Brewery, and they're amazing as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, it's a great time to be a musician in Toronto. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the music scene here is really diverse, and a lot of companies are just opening up to this new media, or it's not even new, but it's been like they've been looking at it, but they haven't been seeing it.
That's exactly it, man. Right? And now all of a sudden I think the light bulbs are starting to go off in people's heads and saying, hey, you know what, like we're looking at a bit of a turning, like a bit of a tipping point in the music industry now. Toronto is very much alive, and it's wicked, man, like to be a part of it. And to in my line of work, the genre that I play, it's kind of cool because I get slotted with a lot of different artists, singer-songwriters, indie bands, prog bands, like progressive rock bands, things like that. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the map with the booking thing. So it's kind of cool because I get to see a lot of the culture of the city and the music scene. Yeah, man. It's great.
The concert I got to see you play, it was amazing. Like the people that got to play before you were great, and they got to sing, and then you got on and you just blew the crowd away with your instrument. Like you sang a little bit, but just being able to sit there and perform just as you had just this presence about you that they couldn't even have with their vocals.
Well, I think it's kind of an interesting dynamic because when you're not singing and when you're performing just with your instrument and not with your vocal cords, you're kind of telling a bit of a different story. And so in between songs, you've kind of got the option. You can be really quiet and, retain this sort of mystery, or you can be really vocal with the audience and get them riled up and, have a bit more of like a rock show atmosphere with the way you're interacting with the crowd. So it can kind of go in either way. And I've kind of opted to be a bit more vocal. Yeah. What I mean? And I think it's really cool because people really get engaged with that.
They really do.
Yeah, and I really enjoy that too. Like getting feedback from the crowd, like when you're on stage, is a great thing. Like when you're able to interact with them. Yeah. It kind of it creates this unification in the room. Yeah, and I really love that.
It turns the performance into like a looking glass and more to like a community. Like they're part of it too.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can get that looking glass perspective very easily when you're on stage, as though you're just looking out on something else happening around you. Whereas the other side of it is you can really engage the audience and have them almost be a part of the act. Yeah, and I think that's a far better way to do it. You know what I mean?
And speaking like of the work that you've been doing, like more recently, you've been sort of giving a different tone to your music. Yeah. And I just wanted to get you to speak on that just a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been I can't say a whole lot about it right now, but the music that I've been writing has been calling for a bit more than just guitar. And so I've been working with a few other people. I can't really drop names at the moment.
No, don't worry about that.
There are a few hints to it on Instagram. There are a few things on there if you check it out.
So go check them out on Instagram.
Adam Tobias Music. Yeah, check it out. But there are a few hints on there on Instagram about who I may or may not be working with. But the long and short of it is there's a sort of a trio or a quartet thing in the works right now.
Oh, wow.
and just trying to reimagine what I'm doing in a bit of a different light.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and it's cool. And from what I've been seeing so far, I mean, these are the people that I'm working with are very skilled. I'm very privileged to be working with people of that caliber, and it's. Our drummer actually said at one point that, it's just a lot easier when you're jamming with people who really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I've been able to experience that with this group.
So you guys really have like a connection.
There's a lot of chemistry.
That's good.
There really is.
Because a lot of bands fail to see that just because they're good individually, they can't play in a band.
No, yeah, that's the thing. And for a long time, that was the case with me. It was like, when I left my last band, that was it. I just wanted to go solo. And then after meeting these people in college, which I think we'll get to in a second, the dynamic changed all of a sudden. I was more open to working with other people, especially people who were able to share the same vision that I have.
Yeah.
And it's cool when people start to jump on board with that. You're able to start to envision things on a bit of a grander scale. And that's, I think, the ultimate goal with writing music is to write on a bigger scale, and to have a bigger vision and to have that grow.
That seems like the most exciting part of life that could happen.
It's a very exciting time right now, man. Like I said, I wish I could kind of present more, but we're working on some stuff right now that's going to be kind of surfacing in the next few months on social media, and I think people will enjoy it.
Just go follow him, man. Go follow Adam, and you'll see. Because I know I'm excited to find out who these people are.
I've been slacking on the social media front a little bit lately, so I apologize if you follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I know I have there are quite a few people that steadily follow me. So I apologize if you're listening. School's been killing me. So
understandably, I know the feeling.
Yeah, man. It kind of bogs you down after a while.
It really does. But you power through it, and then you feel better afterwards.
Exactly,
right?
man. And you grow from it too. And I think that's a big thing.
And your music has sort of grown from your schooling.
I hope so. Yeah, I like to think that it does.
Yeah. Did you find that after you've been to school and all the experience you've had, because you've been in school for a while now,
yeah.
Do you think you've really been able to take more from it, or is it being able to see so many different perspectives and not cookie cutter, but are they trying to narrow your focus in a way that you don't find, or are they really helping you?
Well, I mean, the thing with what we're doing, and I go to college for music, and it's interesting because we study, the program is, contemporary jazz, right? Which can either be contemporary or jazz or both. And so on the one hand, a lot of our profs are learn jazz, to play jazz. And then on the other hand, we have some professors that are take these motifs and these concepts from jazz and from these contemporary tunes that you're learning and apply it to your own music. Right. And that's kind of more the reason why I went to college, is I want to be a better writer. I want to learn how to arrange for an orchestra and things like that. And
that's awesome.
And really be able to grow my sound onto a much bigger level.
Yeah.
And again, that's what it comes back to is growth, and kind of evolving your music, because I'm not a fan of staying static. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you've been evolving so steadily, looking at your earlier work, and before you even had a CD, you could see this growth. And not necessarily, I'm not saying you were bad at the beginning, but it
was bad at the beginning, man. Don't get it wrong. It's all right.
Well, maybe I didn't see the very beginning, but when I saw you, you could just see you every week I would see you, and you would just add a little something. You would add a little bit more and add a little bit more. You didn't want to you had your music already, but you would play it, and you're this is a full song, but then you would still add more.
Yeah, and it's the thing, you add and you add until you feel it is complete. You know what I mean?
It's a baby.
Oh yeah,
it is a baby.
You add to that baby, yeah, pretty much. But no, you take care of the song, and you nurture it, and then you watch it grow until it reaches a point of maturity where you say, okay, yeah, this is what this is going to be.
It's presentable to the public.
Yeah, and it's funny when you said that's like a baby, I was like, what? And
no,
then
you're
wait,
nurturing
no, actually you're totally on point. Yeah, it's definitely a lot like that. You nurture it.
You take away sometimes, and you give it sometimes, and
that again, it comes back again to growth. Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
Totally. And lastly, before we go, I just want to ask you, where can people find your music if they're looking for these awesome tunes that you make?
Yeah, definitely. You can find me on Bandcamp at adamtobiasmusic.bandcamp.com. It's a bit of a mouthful. The EP is called Acrylic Skyline, and it's out now. It's a 5-track EP.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And you can find that. I'm also at YouTube, youtube.com/IamAdamTobias, and you can follow me on your social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Adam Tobias Music. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Go check those out, guys, because like he's really an inspiration to anybody trying to get into the music scene. And
thank you very much.
Just an all-around good guy. All right.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks so much, man.
See. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.